Okay, Beto, go ahead.
Oh wait, it's my turn to talk now.
Yes.
What's the process you go through to make an episode?
That can be a variety of things, actually. Sometimes it's talking, I do have to mention Scarlett, she helps me write Inuyasha. So it may start out with an idea that she has, or an idea that I have, just sort of knowing the episode off my memory. But I'm sort of like everybody else, where we sort of like say, all right, I want to bridge between this episode and this episode. It's different with Shippuden. I usually clump episodes together with Shippuden. Well, with Inuyasha, I'm trying to keep sort of on track without skipping episodes and sort of just watching each episode in its fullest. And it's a different style of writing, so it keeps me engaged. But, it usually starts out with a small idea because I know what episode is coming up next. Then with that small idea, I write it down in a script, then I watch the episode, and I sort of build the jokes around the episode and around the initial, really good joke that I thought of. A good example of that is, I think in episode, episode 8 of Inuyasha. I built the entire thing around on getting to the point where Inuyasha talks about his kill count, because that was the first time he actually killed something in the show, and it's 8 episodes in, because the Shomaru doesn't count because he didn't kill him. The evil centipede lady, though he destroyed her, Kagome was the one that finally dealt the final blow by removing the jewel shard. The crow reassimilated, and Kagome was the one that shot it, and he doesn't really do anything. He doesn't kill Yura either. Kagome does. So I really wanted to make mention that was his first kill. So I took that, and then I based everything off around it, and then just sort of watched the episode. Shippuden, it's sort of just watching a slew of episodes, and then it seems now that I write more around the Akatsuki than I do around all the other characters of Naruto. There's sort of like a central theme, not only for the show, but also for my Bridge series, because they were sort of like my breeding ground of having original content, so I didn't have to worry about, making Neji and stuff like that. With Shippuden, it's also, with the writing now, because I've started writing again, I'm thinking and I'm taking into consideration on what the fans have sort of given me over these past couple of, almost a year of it not being there. A lot of fans reading the comments, they want me to use more of the staples of Masako and Vegeta, and I sort of oblige with that, but I sort of don't in different aspects. But I also like to write according to the person who's voicing them, too. So if I'm the one voicing them, I know sort of what they can be and what I'm going to put them. If I know Scarlett's going to be playing them, I write them in more of her style on what she can do, and the same goes for other people. Like Zero Master will be playing Orochimaru and Sasuke in episode 9, so I wrote them more around the lines of how he could do it without very much strain to his sort of thought or the way that he and his comedy, if that makes any sense. So that I go through all those, like if I were to break it down into bullets, watch the episode, write jokes that I have like a main joke that I write around, then the next one is when writing characters, write them for the person that's voicing them. If you know their type of style of comedy or who they are and what they can do. And that's how I sort of process it all in my mind.
It's a good way to process an episode. If that made any sense.
Oh yeah, well, it processes. And I mean, of course, you can take from, of course, make sure you put a lot from the story. I like to take from the story because people watching a Bridge series, they probably have watched Inuyasha. They probably have watched Shippuden. So they know what's happening, and they want to see your twist on what's happening, not just, hey, let's put a Guts Man's ass here, or let's just take some type of internet meme from anywhere and say, well, why did you put that there? It's not really relevant unless you're trying to go for a random moment. Like, for example, Itachi. I took something, I wanted a random moment with him, and I made him sing. But I was like, well, I can't just make him sing anything. I need to think of something that he could sing. And it was a toss between the French Prince of Konoha and I Killed My Clan and I Liked It. As amazing as French Prince of Konoha was, I couldn't use it because Little Karibo did his French Prince Pharaoh, and I thought that would be, some people would point that out, so I went with the clan joke instead. And you can be random while still keeping the character and their stories in check. I don't know. Is that a good answer to the question?
That's a perfect answer to the question.
All right.
Okay. Next episode, excuse me. Next question. What can we expect from you in the future of abridging?
Oh, let's see. I'm going to say more Shippuden. That's for the people that are watching this interview. Most of my fan base, no matter how much I would wish that it was from my Inuyasha, I know a lot of my fan base is Shippuden, so expect a lot more of that. I'm going to be in a lot more projects, probably a lot more fan dubs too. It seems this is how it's turning out. A lot of abridgers are going into this sort of semi-professional. We're sort of doing side projects that are more serious than funny, but I'm not planning on doing anything other than one-shots of other abridged series. I want to concentrate on Inuyasha and Shippuden because juggling more than two would probably destroy me because it's taking up enough of my time already to write for Shippuden and Inuyasha, and I wasn't even going to restart Shippuden because I didn't want to edit it because it takes a long time to edit. So I don't think there's anything going to be concrete or new from me apart from helping write, abridged one-shots or helping Midnight Devant with 07 Ghost, but she's going to be doing most of the writing and most of the editing anyway. So it's one of those things where it's I'm not going to be making anything, so don't expect anything other than Inuyasha and Shippuden from me, and maybe an occasional fan dub when I feel like it.
I've seen your fan dubs; they're cool.
Thank you.
Yes.
I've seen your fan dubs. I watched them after we got out of the chat. So you're like, yeah, you should keep that up. Get better mic quality though. That's the only thing that I would mention.
Yeah,
to you.
I'm trying to find that mic that just has the great quality of it.
Yeah.
But the stores that I go to are shitty.
I would suggest condenser mics. I don't actually have one personally because I'm poor. This one has done me well, and I've been able to tweak it so it has fairly good quality. Like, just to point it out, this mic I used back in my episode 1 of Naruto Shippuden. That speaks volumes on how I've been able to transform this mic into something that's really good. Because that mic was crappy when I first started to use it, and it all comes down to how you record, what you do, how you contort your body in such a fashion that you don't putt and pat and poot and all over the place, and it doesn't sound like you're in a bathtub. Because that seems to be the main issue these days. Is voice acting has become, the prime thing. Is you can have the best voice in the world, but if you sound like you're getting hit by a tractor trailer, there's really absolutely nothing you can do.
But you never know. You might need someone who's going to get hit by a tractor trailer.
That's a funny story, but I'll leave it to another day. About a person that auditioned for me a while back. I don't know. Can I talk? Should I talk about it, or should we
go ahead? Go ahead.